5, 4, 3, and at the
and
last
then Ally reads that spot, that air
second.
dodge
Exactly.
off stage on my leg, cruising forward airs him.
Momocon, not even 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so going straight back to Smashville. Ken taking away game number 1. Now what's interesting is that Tokaigi, Renai actually counterpicked Ken to Battlefield, but I guess he felt more comfortable here on native land, Animal Crossing, Smashville.
There's loyal denizens watching and supporting in the background. But I mean, we start already. The barrage begins, and Renai's going to play from this ledge so often. It's a very rare toolkit that allows a character to play out of the corner like Villager does, and he does it oh so well with these just jump from ledge into fair, bear, sets up the Lloyd Rocket to protect his stand-up. There's so much he can do right now.
And what's super interesting about that timeout compared to other timeouts I've seen in Smash is that they're not really running away from each other. They're staying in each other's faces. They're just going for the safest attacks possible while still applying pressure, and that's why they're still in each other's faces, even though not much damage is happening. It's only been a minute, 18 damage tacked onto Renai.
Yeah, they spent the 6 minutes of game 1 within at least 1 or 2 roll ranks of each other. There was no Sonic camping. There was no spin dash on the other side of the stage. They each fought one another face to face, man to man, and to the last possible second. And it looks like we have a similar path here. And this time, Renai starting off with the lead, setting up this quick 23% on Ken. But we're looking at a minute and a half in, and neither player is close to losing a stock.
I feel like Renai's playing the game he always does, just throwing out careful hits, applying pressure right in front of his face. But Ken is having a little bit of a trouble just trying to extend his combos. I feel like he's too afraid because he feels like if he goes a little bit too ham, he's going to take some massive damage from Villager.
Wow, he goes for the high back air there, but Renai almost planning for it, putting the Lloyd Rocket where almost no one would be hit by it, but Ken putting himself in front of it there. Now, but Ken does manage to take an ever so slight lead, 2 minutes in, and 2% separate these players.
Okay, Ken trying to back off away from Renai. He has him against the edge of the stage, but he just kind of lets him get away with the scot-free because he shoots off the Lloyd Rocket. Ken's too afraid of shielding against it for the fear of getting a tick grab. Renai being able to get a grab right after the shield pressure.
Just the tip of the toes there with the bear pushing Renai back off stage. Going to see the back throw, of course.
That's why we see Ken, rolling into the edge of the stage so he can get that grab into a back throw. Renai once again trying to get the grab. We see a possible attempt of a trump coming from Ken, but Renai saw coming, just immediately get back down onto the stage. They're nearing high percent. Renai at 122 with Ken at 95.
Yeah, you can see Ken starting to really put together the thoughts. How is he going to get that raw back air that we saw game 1 that allowed him to close it out so easily?
Even a neutral air could work at this point. You see all the sparks coming from that first hit, but you know what? He gets a grab into a back throw. Ken taking away the first stock again.
That's the beautiful part of that Sonic back throw. You can start it at that third mark of the stage, and Sonic will flip back towards the edge. Positioning is not as important as we see with other characters, and that allowed him to close that out. Now Ken, we're going to see maybe he slips into that more Wrath-esque style when he says, I need to close out this win, and while I have my 30%, which he tried to get game 1 and is about what he got now, obviously disregarding that and going into more damage here, but it seems like it would almost behoove him to play that step away game because there's only so far that Villager's projectiles will work.
Okay, Wrath rolling onto the stage. I know Renai's been trying to condition Ken with a lot of these forward smashes off stage to force Ken to roll onto the stage so he can get a kill from like a possible fireworks up smash or even an axe cut if he has a tree planted.
I mean, not only that, the stick is going to be very dangerous right now. He can kill with up tilt at these percents.
That's the tick grab I was talking about. He actually used the Lloyd Rocket to apply shield pressure against Ken. Managed to land the net. Here comes a forward smash. Ken avoiding near death by trying to use the up B underneath the stage.
Ken is 2 for 2 right now, threading that needle every time, getting past this, and he is continuing to just extend this lead. We're going to see most likely the forward throw here, but that's not going to kill. Villager's back throw is the powerful one, and he avoids the tree, too.
That was such a great setup coming from Renai. He cut the tree off to send it down towards Ken, forcing him to air dodge and try to go down with a down air to punish said air dodge that he forced against Ken. That's the traps that we love to see. But now, Renai's at 87%. Ken still on his 2 stocks with 168%, but it doesn't matter. Lands the up smash. What? Sonic's using up smash